Right.
The drill. Skibbity turtleneck, everybody. That's a good old set off. I got a special guest today. Mike. Used to work with him. Good dude. We're going to talk about some football. Good old halftime show with Mr. Bunny Hoppy.
Mr. Bunny.
It'll be a good time, though. But, you got anything good to say?
About the Super Bowl in general or what?
Yeah, so we'll start with that. Who do you think's going to win?
Who do I think's going to win? I honestly have no idea. I want the Patriots to win just simply because they're AFC. I think, I'm a Steelers fan, and I
get a little closer if you can.
Better?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. So I'm a Steelers fan, AFC, so I want the Patriots to win. I know a lot of people are against the Patriots. They want the Seahawks. Honestly, I don't really care too much who wins, but I'm kind of going with the Patriots for now. I might flop later. Maybe I'll be watching the game and I'll be like, I don't know, kind of want the Seahawks to win. I'm not betting on it, so I don't really care. So I'm going to go with the Patriots, though. Just for argument's sake, I'll go with the Patriots.
Yeah, they do the coin flip, and you're just like, you know what? Those Seahawks are looking pretty good. I think I'm going to go with them,
Yeah,
hop on that bandwagon.
Yeah, well, like, if I'm watching the game and let's say in the first quarter or even the first half, Patriots are smoking them, I'm going to be like, let's go for the underdog. I'll go with the Seahawks.
Like second half comeback.
Yeah, like a Seahawks, underdog story there. But I'll go with the Patriots for now.
The Patriots, they very well could win. I mean,
I don't have a dog in the fight.
You're a Steelers fan though, so I figured you'd be going against the Patriots naturally.
No, did you hear what Tom Brady said? They quoted him saying he doesn't have a dog in the fight. And people were all mad because obviously he played for the Patriots.
I did see so. I didn't read the full article, but it was like Tom Brady doesn't want to pick a favorite in the Super Bowl or something.
He is a part ownership, or he has a stake with the Raiders.
So he really shouldn't be saying anything.
Yeah,
legally.
Well, that's the whole. I think that's the whole crux behind it, is that he doesn't want to.
Yeah, no, he's got that part stake in the Raiders, so like.
So he partially owns the Raiders.
So it would be a conflict of interest really for him to.
Is that how that works though? Like, so he, like, if he says anything like, oh yeah, I want this team, they'll like give him crap for it, kind of. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, because they'll somehow try and spin it that like then he pulled or had some play and some shenanigans to like throw a game.
But I saw like
people are dumb.
I forget who the person was. I'm thinking it was a former player for the Patriots. But some people were like really upset with him saying that, and I'm just like, really? This is what bothers you? I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny, but
it's the fucked up politics.
Well, a lot of people just don't like Tom Brady.
Yeah,
and I get it, because like, there's certain things that like I'm like, when I watch him or whatever, I'm like, I'm not really a big fan either at times, but you can't take away the things he's done.
No, like he is the GOAT quarterback, like. Deflategate be damned. His floppy balls, he is still.
They all probably did that. They all probably.
Oh my god!
Cheating is part of every sport. Just so everybody knows, cheating happens across. Look at baseball. The steroids and
juicing up, cork bats, and all that.
Entertaining. So
they just got caught. Like that. Literally, when they got caught, like all the articles came out, and people are just like, if you stop the NFL at any time, half the teams are fucking cheating.
Yeah.
It's just the Patriots got caught.
So did you see a little diversion with the Olympics? Megan, my girlfriend, sent me I don't know if it was kind of like an article. I don't know if it was an official article from this. I don't know what the source was. But did you see what some people in the Olympics were doing?
Closer.
What they were doing in the Olympics? So they apparently, the males were injecting themselves with this like liquid, I think for like skincare, and they're injecting their private parts. Okay. Because the event they were doing, their suits that they were wearing. Now, this is all obviously, I don't know how legit this is, but if they enlarged their privates, it would affect the size of their suit, which would then affect how well they performed in said event. So I guess that was a thing. I don't know.
I saw something like that. I'm not sure 100% sure what it was.
I don't know what exactly event it was.
I don't remember, but their bulge
yeah,
for whatever
yeah.
reason was affecting.
And you know, Megan was telling me, she's like, oh, she doesn't know if it was legit or not, and I'm like, it probably is, because, like, first of all, cheating's, like I said, part of every sport.
Oh
But
yeah,
like, if you actually research, and I didn't do any deep dives into it, but there's all kinds of cheating that the Olympians and Olympics were doing. Like the Russians were taking like all kinds of steroids, and then they had like these people on the other end giving them clean urines. They had like this machine that would take like the top off the the urine samples or whatever, and then it would like give them clean urine, and then they would give it back.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I'd have to actually research it, but from what I heard, like stuff like that was going on, and there's a documentary on it and stuff. So yeah, cheating's just part of it, so it doesn't surprise me. Any little competitive edge
That's the thing. It's a competitive edge or the competitive advantage. Like, you're trying to win at something, like you're gonna do whatever you can to make sure that you're gonna have the best chance to win that. Some things, rules make everything bad,
Yeah, rules are rules schmools.
They're meant to be broken.
Sometimes.
No, not even sometimes. Like, rules should be followed for the most part. I think.
What about stop signs? Yeah,
if there's a cop, yeah, stop.
Okay.
If there's no stop, the area, you don't see anybody.
Well,
slow down.
Well, for instance, like the speed limits, right? Over in Germany, they have that highway, right?
Oh, the Autobahn.
Yeah,
just rip.
My girl was on that, and like, I don't know what's the research on that. Like, how safe, is there accidents? Like, how's that work? Like, in comparison to like a highway around here, there's no compare. You can't really compare them though, because the highways around here
70, I think 75.
Yeah, so it's different. It works for, I guess, the area it's in.
But you don't ever hear about major crashes on it.
I also don't look into German.
German.
Yeah, I'm not paying. That's not
German traffic.
Yeah, that's not really my focus. But so who knows? I don't know. There's an argument for everything, I guess. But yeah. So the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, we got off topic there.
Yeah, we did. That's okay.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
The Super Bowl. Yeah, Patriots. I would say. I always am a sucker for the Super Bowl commercials. I love a good, funny commercial. No matter what it is, no matter what, it could be something that I don't like the topic, and if the commercial's funny, I love it.
No, I agree 100%.
So
it's been so long though since I've actually seen a really like banger commercial, because social media and the internet and all that, like you see most of the commercials before fucking Super Bowl even happens anymore.
Yeah, you see that. Yeah, I can't think of any recent ones. There was one, I forget what year it was. But I was probably like a teenager, younger teenager, like 13, 14, maybe something like that. And there was a commercial. I don't know. I have no idea what the commercial was for, but the only thing I remember, and it was so funny to me, was there was this Asian dude in it. And this is all I could think about. And he'd be walking by, and it was one of those commercials or things where like you would have like, let's say 4 different things going on, and then it kept repeating throughout the whole like commercials. So, like the Asian dude would say something, right? And then like it would speed up. So then like a second or two later, like he'd come back and say it again. And then so it was it was like looping. It was like looping. So, but the thing he was saying was like, "Hey, dummy," and he kept walking by. This person was like in their cubicle, and he just kept walking by. He's like, "Hey, dummy." Like, to me, like as a kid, like I see something stupid like that. It was the funniest thing, and I wish I knew. I could probably find it on my phone, but
yeah,
it was like an office setting, and I just remember that dude walking by, looking at that lady like, "Hey, dummy." And but there's been a lot over the years that are pretty funny.
That does sound kind of familiar though. Like,
yeah, it was silly. But they had there's always the Budweiser commercials that are kind of cheesy.
Yeah,
but they're like,
what was it, the frogs or something?
Well, that was an old. Was that a Super Bowl one? The frogs. That was a common one. The Budweiser. That one. Yeah, that was common. But so I look forward to that. I look forward to the commercials because there are funny ones. And then what we were talking about before, and everybody the halftime.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. Yeah,
that's gonna be good.
Who knows? But yeah, so that's kind of my view on Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Do you do the pizza and wings thing? You order the food.
Sometimes, like,
Yeah.
I'll go over to my parents. The one year they just had people, a couple people, not a lot, maybe 6 people, bring different pizza or different wings, just see who brings the best shit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. A couple of us get together to do pizza wings. I mean, back in my heyday, I just get drunk and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't do that no more. So
Would you when you got drunk, would you like even make it to the game, or would you like be would it be pre-gaming, or would you just
it would depend on my
Yeah.
mood in the day. Like,
would you be in your house doing this, or would you go out somewhere?
I'd be out.
You'd be
I
out
wasn't a
somewhere?
home drinker. Never was
Okay.
a home drinker.
No. Okay.
By myself, at least. Unless I was cutting grass. I wasn't that type that would just get home from work and be like, oh, I
Yeah.
need a beer.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. That's so I don't drink anymore either. It's been years, but
Oh yeah, that's right.
that was one of my so when I hear people when I used to work at a stone quarry, and the one guy actually lives in this area somewhere. Well, he lives in Dorrance, so this is
Dorrance.
This
yeah.
is Dorrance.
Yep.
Okay, so he might be your neighbor for all I know, but yeah, old man John.
I remember you talking about.
Yeah, I mentioned him. Yeah, but he used to tell me how much like land / of a yard he had, and he obviously had a riding lawnmower, and he would spend like his whole Saturday cutting the grass, but he would talk about like drinking and riding the lawnmower. And like, if there's one thing that like experience that I didn't get to do, would be drinking on the lawnmower. I never got to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you never had any family members or anything that had like a big enough yard where they needed?
No, never did. I also like, it never appealed to me. Like, see, so being an adult now, right, and have like, it's a chore, so it has to get done, right? So if I drank, it would probably just be something I did. I'd drink and cut the grass. But like, back when I was actually drinking, I was never like, oh yeah, let me go try this out. You know what I mean? But like, being an adult, like, knowing that you have to cut the grass, I'd be like, yeah, that's an experience. I don't wish to have that, but that's one thing that I never got to do.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even when I drank while cutting the grass, like, it wasn't really, I don't know. It was just because it helped the time pass, I guess.
Well, sure. Did you ever pass out like mid lawn,
no.
just
I never
zonked out?
I
well, shit, I gotta finish this
because I got like 3.3 acres.
Okay.
So
excuse me.
If I do the riding mower, do the proper like edging around stuff with the weed whacker and all that, it took like almost 4 hours.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But if I just hopped on the rider and went, it was like 2 to 2.5.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'd play the game of, can I finish this 6-pack before I finish the yard? Yeah. And by the end, my lines aren't straight. They're a little.
Yeah, you're trying to draw like your name.
You might
write your name.
Yeah. The one time I drew a huge dick in my yard.
I knew that would happen. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But no, yeah, that was because up like right in there is where it's kind of the widest spot. The one day I was just going straight. It was super thick. I was aggravated. I was like, drawing a penis.
I'm aggravated, so I'm going to draw a big penis.
Yeah.
Rage
and
penis.
then, like, you can see it from the road. Like, after I did it, I hopped in the car or whatever I had at the time, drove up the road and was like, You
should have got it, like, up on your roof and, like, took a picture,
Yeah, I wasn't that thoughtful of that stuff back then.
No, you'd probably die. You'd probably fall off and feel, that'd be the end of Gary.
It's possible. Yeah, surprisingly. And I just ran into a guy a couple years ago.
Hit the mic there.
Oh, boy. Don't break it. It's expensive.
Sorry for your ears.
Quality. Nah, it wasn't that bad, actually. Okay. But I was at work, and I just got a picture of these two people on my roof. I was like,
really? Wait,
yeah.
So when did this happen?
That was a couple years ago.
They were on, like, the top of your house roof? Like...
Yeah, they were on my roof, yeah.
What were they doing?
They didn't know I wasn't home, so they both showed up. Well, 4 people were here. One guy and his wife, another guy and his girlfriend.
They were just...
Yeah, they came to drop something off or say, I don't really remember. And I left the ladder.
You didn't know these people?
Yeah, I know them.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. No, they're good. They're both good friends.
Okay.
But
okay. Oh my God.
I left the ladder sitting out, and they saw it.
Okay.
They were drunk.
Okay.
They
all right. I thought they were
No, not randoms.
I was like, what is going on?
Not randoms. Okay. No, I knew them. But they,
Oh,
they
that's
decided to
great.
climb up on the roof and take a picture and send it
Oh
to me.
my god! All right, well that makes sense. You had the penis drawing in the yard, and then your friend. Okay, all right. Well, that makes a little more sense. Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It was funny. I wasn't mad. I was
No,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
I got you.
really? All right, we trailed off topic again. Congrats. Back to the Super Bowl, damn it.
Okay, all right.
All right, so you're going Patriots. I'm going Seahawks.
Okay.
I think if Sam Darnold plays a clean game, doesn't throw like 7 picks like last year against the Vikings, they're going to beat the Patriots easy.
Okay.
But Patriots got a good D line, so if they start hassling him, he's going to crumble.
Yeah.
He's going to start turning the ball over. Patriots got it. But I think the Seahawks have a very good shot at winning the Super Bowl.
It seems like when I watch games now, right, like the NFL, it seems like these quarterbacks are so like they're all like the same. They're all like so they just seem so much better than what they were like back in the day. Am I wrong? Does that seem like true to you, or is it the league as a whole? Maybe their skill set is just so much higher.
The game as the game
just
evolves,
changed, right? Yeah,
like because back in the day they weren't protected as much.
They weren't protected.
The receivers didn't have all these penalties that they have now, so like it's easier in the game today for quarterbacks to pass the ball.
Okay, yeah,
I
that
think
makes sense. No, that makes sense. Yeah, there's pass interference called a lot more.
Yeah,
they have to so a receiver, or I'm sorry, the defensive or the cornerback or whoever, right? They have to they can't just not look at where the ball is and pretty much touch them. They have to look back. They have to this microphone, man. I'm not used to things being this close to me, but they have to basically at least make the notion that they're looking at the ball.
Yeah.
Right. And then they'll kind of let them go as long as they're looking at the ball.
Yeah. You have to track, if you're just shadowing the receiver and you don't turn around to see, oh, okay, here comes the ball. You're just hand checking the shit out of them. Hey, you're getting flagged every time.
Now, when would they call offensive pass interference? When would that call be made?
If the corner is up on the receiver, but he's tracking the ball, doing what he's supposed to do. If the offensive, the receiver pushes him or puts a hand out or face mask,
basically anything to receive the ball, pretty much.
It
down the field,
impedes the play or whatever.
There's a couple yards where they could check
the first 5 yards.
First 5 yards, okay, probably
first 5 or 10. They're allowed to get into it, because if they're running a run, then the receiver can block.
I always think it's funny when the call gets made, ineligible man downfield, right? And it's the offensive lineman just because they were blocking too far down the field or whatever. And it's just funny to see, because it's well, yeah, no kidding, it's ineligible. They're not doing anything other than knocking the crap out of the person, but they just took it a little.
They got excited. Yeah, I mean, really, that's probably all it is they just got amped because they're kicking the shit out of the guy, and they're just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up." And it's like, oh, well, you fucked them up too far down the field.
Mm-hmm.
I just broke something off my arc.
We're a mess, man. I'm hitting the microphone every other 5 seconds, and so. What is that?
Oh, boy. I snapped a toucan.
That's bad luck, bro. That's bad luck. Oh my god.
That arc is.
Yeah.
I actually tried selling it on my last podcast. Yeah.
Did you see? Now we're going a little off topic again, but
me
and Megan were watching the opening ceremony or ceremonies for the Olympics. Did you watch anything of that? No.
I don't follow the Olympics. It's just kind of.
So it's over in Italy. I forget the city or exact area, but now I I know cultures are different, and when it comes to art, things are could be looked at very weird, and everybody has their own opinions on it. But I was watching it, man, and it was very odd to me. I was watching it, and I was like, this is really weird. Very strange. They had a guy, the opening act, I guess you could say, it was a guy dressed up as an angel. And it was just weird, because it was I appreciate art, and I'm sure it wasn't weird in that area, but maybe it's an American thing, maybe it's just a me thing. But I was watching it, and it was just very strange. I was just like, this is just weird. I don't know how else to explain it other than odd, and it wasn't very entertaining to me.
Yeah, it was just odd.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, you could obviously look it up, but my Megan was watching. She's like, "Why they have the guy as the angel?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I have no idea."
Ah,
To prove a point, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, over there, like Italy and all those countries and stuff, like I would say more into like feminine,
Yeah, they're
femininity.
femininity.
There you
Is
go.
that a word?
Brain injury.
Yeah.
Say stuff.
I have no excuse. I'm just slow, but they're definitely flamboyant.
There we go.
That's the word. Okay, yeah.
They're not
flamboyant.
gay. They're just flamboyant.
Well, they could be, or they could not
there's
be.
a good chance, but they're more accepting of that like flamboyant lifestyle than in America.
They're very progressive and open. I guess you could say, yeah.
Which is actually, I'm glad you brought this up because this is going to lead into a lot of what we're going to talk about with the halftime show.
I'm all for it.
But yeah, I know I get what you're saying though. It's just weird. It's not your thing. So like it's
just not something I'm used to, and like so, I've seen movies that are plays, right? Like I've seen Rent. I never went to the plays themselves, but I saw Rent. I saw Rocky Picture Horror Show. I saw I saw a couple other. I saw what was a new one they just did? Oh my god. Me and Megan went to see it in theaters. So like I could understand the theatrics and the theater part of it. I've also we went to see what was the name of it? It was like this horror Circus Soleil type of thing.
I still work
Paranormal Soleil or something like that.
I think I was still working with you when you
yeah. So they came to Wilkes-Barre and we saw it, and I thought it was awesome, man. Like I did. I thought it was pretty cool. But so I understand, like, and they were like, I think they were like a French company that started it,
probably.
And so I understand like the weird, I guess, ness. There's other words I want to use, but like different,
queer.
Yeah. So like I understand that part of it, but this was just like I was laughing, and I wasn't laughing at them. I was just like, this is just like so weird to me, and I couldn't.
But weird, like it's your kind of weird.
Well, that was a good weird. What I saw at the Olympics was just like
weird,
not my thing, and I could appreciate it from a distance, and that's where I want to keep it, like from a distance. And
stay in Italy.
I would never right. I would never want to be disrespectful, and I wouldn't say anything rude to these people if I ever met them. I'd be like, hey, that's odd, because you're doing something that I certainly cannot or am not willing to do. But it wasn't my thing, man. I couldn't help but laugh. It was just like very strange to me. So
no, I don't really follow the Olympics. Never really have.
I'm not a big Olympic person either.
Occasionally, if like somebody's been popping up in the news, it's like, oh, he's pretty cool. Well, yeah, I'll keep track.
Well, yeah, like like Simone Biles, right? An all-star. Or like Shaun White and like all these guys over the years that like
Phelps, like
and then
watching him win all those medals.
For skateboarding, Tony Hawk did a thing, right? I know he was X Games, but did he do anything with the Olympics?
I honestly don't know.
I don't know either. But you have these big names and stuff.
And they have basketball too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll follow that.
Jordan and his team.
Like I know basketball players, so I mean, if they're playing in the Olympics,
they have hockey this year. The Winter Olympics. Yeah.
It's always nice to see the USA beat Canada, just because Canada's so like ingrained in hocky. Like hockey is Canada,
thing, yeah.
But then USA is all like,
how do we normally do when we match up with them? I'm not really sure how we do.
I don't really follow a diehard all the time, but normally Canada is better.
Yeah,
normally.
they usually whoop
USA is usually always up there though.
Do they whoop us or what?
Nah, I don't.
I'd have to look and see.
I think the USA.
We played them last year, didn't we? Didn't we play Canada last year in a big hockey game?
Yeah, it was something. Because my one friend is all about like hockey, and he skipped at either doing one of these or something to watch that.
No kidding, yeah.
And he said it was cool. Like it was.
Well, yeah, that's their thing, man.
More like a dog.
That's like their mascot.
The what?
That's like their mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big hockey puck. That's Canadian mascot.
A guy missing teeth. That's all it is.
Really though, when you think of hockey, I think a guy's missing teeth.
Well, it's better than the South Park mascot where they have like the talking heads, like they're like, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the Canadians? Yeah. They're hinged
That's
heads,
better than
basically.
not being their mascot, right?
I will never not think of Canadians as their heads is just bopping up and down.
Yeah, they have like no teeth or anything.
But all right, you bring up the Italy to all that. being weird. It's not
Yeah.
your bag and all that. But that'll bring us to the wonderful NFL halftime show.
Okay.
So you're going to watch the Super Bowl, right?
At least.
More than likely.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch a bit of it,
It's
too.
going to be on, and I'm going to be watching parts of it. I don't know how much of it I'm going to actually see, but yes.
Right.
I will, yeah.
Seahawks and Patriots. I'm an Eagles fan. I mean, obviously, I wore a football shirt for a football talk, but like,
that's true.
You're a Steelers fan, I think, right?
Yeah.
So we don't
Begrudgingly.
we don't have a horse in the race right now, but it's football and it's fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Now this halftime show, they got the good old Bad Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any of his shit.
I got a funny thing about Bad Bunny. After we actually talk about it,
right?
It was just a funny.
But I don't know who the fuck he is. I couldn't tell you a song.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd recognize a song. Do you?
So I know who he is. He's a Puerto Rican gentleman. I'm 99.9% sure he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he is.
From Puerto Rico, I believe. Yep. Okay. I don't want to misspeak, but I've probably heard his songs before. If you put on a song and like, hey, this Bad Bunny, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I heard this. I can't name the songs off the top of my head. I have no idea. I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't. And I honestly wouldn't even be able to tell you if they're in English or not.
No, I think
because sometimes they play songs.
Majority of his stuff is Spanish. Even I think on the radio when they play it. Or
yeah, well, that's what I mean. Sometimes
I'm pretty sure it's all just kind of Spanish. He does have some English stuff, but like I know who he is because I still follow WWE a little bit.
Okay.
Like I don't watch it, but on Bleacher Report, the one app that I have.
Okay, yeah.
I'll pull it up. I'll read like who's winning, who's doing.
I used to know somebody that worked for them.
What's that?
I used to know somebody that worked for Bleacher Report.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a sports journalism type of. Yeah,
it went to shit, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but I follow it on that, and he actually popped up in the WWE.
Okay,
he was doing.
How is he associated?
He did some matches and shit. He
really?
Somebody, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Like he did.
That's common. That's common that they do stuff.
They
like
always
that.
have celebrities come in and do stuff, but he actually wasn't terrible. Like he could go in the ring.
Did you see him in Happy Gilmore too?
Yeah, that's the next thing that I was going to bring up.
He was amazing.
He was hilarious.
He was great. Now the thing with that is, right? Was he hilarious? Like I think he seems like a nice guy. Like from what I hear or like the little bits I do see. Now, do you think he was just funny because he was standing next to Adam Sandler, or do you think his character itself was funny?
Or like if he's did like a standalone type of bit?
Yeah.
See, Sandler to me, like he's funny, but he's redundant. So I think that Bad Bunny was funny because of Bad Bunny, not because of Adam Sandler. Yeah.
I think he was genuinely pretty funny, and they had him play a good role. Yeah. So
I think he was all right.
Yeah.
I mean that movie as a whole, I thought was funny.
I thought it was good.
To the original, it didn't come close.
No.
But if you never watched the original and just watched only the second one, it's fine because you didn't need to see the first one.
Yeah. Also, I think it would actually hurt the person who didn't see the first one because there's so many movies now and so much content out there that like everything gets watered down. So like I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate like a movie, like all that goes into that kind of stuff. And like I can honestly say, yeah, like obviously if you're looking at the nostalgia part of it, like the first, it's not going to compare, right? Like the first one, just the guy he put a nail in his hammer's boss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole movie when he's on screen, he has the nail sticking out of his head. So it's like stupid stuff. But I think there was a lot of the nostalgia part, but I think he did appeal to like younger generations, like the way they did the movie. Like what was it? Like they had that weird golf course where it was like shifting.
Yeah, all the shit was tilted.
Yeah, and
because the younger generation has no fucking attention.
Well, right, yeah. So that's I understand why they did that, but yeah, Bad Bunny, man, he was good in that.
Yeah, he was fine. I said even in wrestling, like I never watched anything he did, but from reading what he did, like what people were saying, like he actually did all right.
Yeah.
So like the dude, he gets political.
Well, sure.
He hates Trump. I don't know if he hates America.
Does he hate Trump? Does he openly say he really dislikes him?
Dislikes him. I don't know if they hate.
But did he say that though, like you think, or did he just say stuff that is associated with Trump?
I probably alluded to the fact that he doesn't like Trump. I honestly, I didn't.
I'm not heckling you. I'm
no. I know.
I don't know.
No, I didn't really dive that deep into like the everything he said. I just a lot of it actually I saw on Bleacher Report because they had a whole thing of like 10 reasons why Bad Bunny's so good or some shit. But he, from what I gather, he's super popular. Like on Spotify, I think he had 20 billion fucking
So
streams.
he is that popular.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's worldwide.
Well, yeah, but still.
I mean, yeah, he's like this really popular dude. Now again, I couldn't tell you the name of a song or anything,
Sure.
but a lot of people do enjoy him.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that the Super Bowl brought him in for the halftime
Now
show.
Jay-Z has a lot to do with the entertainment part, right?
He does. Yeah, I think he books them.
Yeah, I think he's the one who books them. I think that's one of his sole responsibilities. Is I think from what I heard, right?
Not 100% on
Okay.
that. But I have seen his name associated with it a lot,
sure.
so I would imagine because he is like a huge producer and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's that popular. I mean, financially.
So do you like the idea as a whole as him being there, or do you like think it's just kind of stupid that they have him doing it?
Personally, I don't really care that much.
Okay.
Because, like I was saying earlier before we started, we have these things called remotes. And when that halftime show starts, and if he comes out, because they said he might wear a dress, which I think is, don't do that. But again, whatever. If he wears a dress, he starts barking about, I hate Trump, ICE is bad, whatever he's going to do, take that magical wand and change channel.
I feel like you'd wear a dress at the Super Bowl if you had the chance.
Depending if I'd get something for it. Oh, absolutely. Just to do it at the Super Bowl on a grand stage like that.
You have those suspenders. That's close.
Yeah. I did wear leggings to work and a crop top. But if there was a financial gain, oh my God.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But I don't think he would gain anything from that. Do you?
Him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because it's the age of social media, clicks and all that other stuff.
Attention and like views and stuff. Okay.
Even bad publicity, as they say, is publicity.
Sure.
Then that was a thing back before social media.
Yeah.
So now, rage bait, I think they call it, or anything like that.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
If that's getting you clicks, it's getting you mentions. Like, it's all about revenue.
I think it's such a sleazy way to try and promote stuff, but
it is.
I get it, but
at the same time, he is super popular, so like it makes sense.
Well, that's why. So that's kind of how I was going to dip into it. Was like whether it's Jay-Z or Roger Goodell, whoever is in charge of booking the entertainment, right? And I'm sure there's multiple facets to it and there's different things to it. But like, I understand the business part of it. I still don't think he would be the best choice on the business end of it. I'm not opposed to it, but I understand why they would book him, right? I think it's going to be a good thing. And it is creating a lot of not controversy, a lot of buzz, right?
Yeah, buzz.
Yeah. So I think they did the right thing there. I'm curious to see what he does on the halftime show, like how he performs. Is he going to perform mostly in Spanish? Which, if you look at that part of it, right, like I don't blame him for doing that. Like, what if half of his fan base is Hispanic?
That's what made him famous.
Well, right. So it's like I don't blame him for that. And I as far as Americans watching and being like, oh, it's all in Spanish, this sucks. Like you said, well, then change the channel if that's the case. Like, don't even watch it. But like, I come from the camp in the area of like, I never was interested in the halftime show, ever.
No,
ever. No. Like I would watch it. Like I remember the Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake thing, the scandal where he accidentally ripped
that
her,
wasn't an accident.
Well, he ripped her pasty or whatever she had.
She had that big old nipple piercing that was like she freaked.
And I remember like performers over the years, like the only one I was probably, pretty excited for was when they had 50 Cent, they had Kendrick Lamar at one point. They had Kendrick Lamar was last year.
I was going to say last year. Even he had all that controversy with.
Yeah, and like I like Kendrick Lamar, so I was excited to see that. But I could also see why people were like, "Oh, this sucked." Well, because first of all, my opinion is with rap music, it's very hard to recapture what it sounds like on a record, right? You listen to it on your phone or however you listen to it. Back in the day, I had like subwoofers in my car, right? So like you get a song that has heavy bass.
Yeah.
Well, what good's a song if you can't
slam that bass.
Right.
Yeah,
So
no,
like when you try to recreate that in a stadium and it echoes and you're like being at the stadium is one thing, but then you're watching it from your TV, it's not going to be even close to the same thing.
no.
It's like watching a concert on your phone from somebody that recorded it. Like it's going to be shit.
That always sucks. It's like
fireworks the same way, right?
So good.
Yeah. So so I they were like the only ones I was excited for, like Eminem and stuff. I think he was on there.
That was
with
3
the
years
Dr.
ago.
Dre one, right? He
Yeah,
was
there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, and Kendrick was there too for that one too. I'm pretty sure he was. I was excited for those two, but that's specifically because I like those artists and I want to see them.
Yeah,
just for the simple fact I want to see them. I enjoy seeing them. So, but aside from that, I don't go, oh my god, I can't wait to see who's performing. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, even if it had an artist that I liked, like say a country singer or something like Blake Shelton,
yeah,
I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I still probably wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, because it's just like whatever.
I'm here to watch football.
Yeah, this is when most people are like in the kitchen, like eating and whatever,
fixing up your plate, refilling your beer, right. Taking a shit.
I did think when Rihanna did hers, I thought it was pretty cool that she was like pregnant and she was like still.
I
thought that was pretty cool.
Rihanna's all right. Like her music's not trash.
Yeah,
I mean some of it is, but like
so
she could sing.
The only thing I have with the Bad Bunny thing that I don't really like is I don't like when celebrities are super political in general. I just don't.
Yep.
I don't like that. Not for any other reason. You're allowed to believe what you believe, but I don't like when people spread their opinions and try to force people by guilt to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Especially when you're not going off of facts. Like when you're just saying stuff like, oh, like let's get rid of ICE, right? I get it. I 100% get it. Mm-hmm. If I was Hispanic or I had family members that were Hispanic or I had, if my significant other was Hispanic and, they had all these things going on, I'd be a little more worried and concerned. And there's certain things that I think even in law enforcement that are like unacceptable, right? So I get it. But like you need that part of the government. You need agents or law enforcement to do this part of the job. Like most Americans don't want illegal immigrants here.
No, and the American dream, and all that stuff, come here, start a job, build a house, da-da-da-da. Now, if the illegals came in here and they are working, they're trying to do their thing, instead of treating them like shit, beating them with a stick, like give them the opportunity to become an actual citizen and keep doing what they're doing.
So do you know?
But if they're criminals, however, like peddling drugs, beating women, like get them the fuck out of here.
Well, the government could do that, but citizens can't do that.
It's bad if we do it.
But do you know who Rand Paul is?
Rand Paul? I know the name.
So I listened to the whole podcast. Joe Rogan had him on a little while ago, and he briefly proposed an idea. Again, all these ideas, it's hard to like make them work, but he was saying something along the lines of like, if you had, so say you had an illegal immigrant, right? They're here illegally, right? And let's say they have children, but they're working, right? Not the children, the adults.
That's China.
Yeah, we're not making the children. So the adults are working, right? And you're like, okay, bucko, we caught you, right? You're here illegally. Instead of sending them back, right? His idea was, we'll let you stay here since you're working. But the thing is, you won't have the right to vote. And what was the other thing? You'll never be a U.S. citizen because you were here illegally. Your children will be, because they were born here. They will have the right to be here. But you are allowed to stay here and work, but you'll never be allowed to vote, and you'll never be a true U.S. citizen.
I don't know. Like I said, I think they should be given the opportunity to become the citizen. Like, you know how say it works, somebody comes in drunk all the time and they're like, all right, we're going to fire you unless you go to rehab and quit drinking.
Right. I agree.
Now, if that person goes to rehab, quits drinking, they keep their job, everybody's fine, but they're monitored.
Right.
Now, the illegal, he's working, he's being a respectable contributor to society. Give them the opportunity to gain their citizenship, but make sure they do it.
Right.
And then if they don't, bye.
Yeah. And like I agree with that. The one of the problems, like, so obviously, and I won't get into it, but like obviously where I work and where you used to work, there's a lot of Hispanic people that work there, right?
Yeah.
So I forget who I was talking to. I believe they were Dominican. I believe so. Regardless, they were kind of briefly telling me the process of like getting here legally, like
It's a pain in the ass.
waiting like years,
Yeah.
this process of years. Like I could, don't quote me, I could have sworn he said it was like they had family members that were like waiting like 10, 15 years. I don't know the exact numbers. I don't know,
It wouldn't surprise me.
but like something has to be done about that.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous because it's if you got to wait 10 to 15 years
Well,
to get
right.
it the right way, then why
Right.
not come and
Well, I
just
know.
fly
Yeah.
under the radar?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I get it. It's
And like my views on like people being here legally change sometimes. Sometimes I go, I don't really care, just like leave me alone. But like at the end of the day, like I kind of also look at it like this, right? Like if I'm trying to think of a rule or a law, like okay, getting my car registered, right?
yeah,
Like in Pennsylvania, right? Like the emissions and all that stuff. I don't agree with it, right? I think it's stupid, right? And
unnecessary.
I don't know if Florida's still like this, but Florida used to be like, yo, you don't have to do anything. You can just drive whatever the hell car you have.
I think you
Pretty
just
much.
needed insurance.
Yeah, yeah. So like, I don't agree with that stuff, right? But if it's illegal, I'm gonna assume the responsibility that if I get caught, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pay fines, and so like I might not always agree with the immigration policies, but if it's illegal and these are the ramifications, like it is what it is. So if you have something that's illegal and things have to be done about it, right? You have like A, B, C, right? Well, getting rid of these people that are trying to do their job in law enforcement, that's not the answer.
No,
You know what I mean? That's not
no,
the politicians are the ones that and I know that's kind of what they're getting at, but like abolishing ICE or whatever isn't the answer.
no. And I'm
know?
pretty sure Obama established ICE.
Yeah,
I think.
a lot of presidents. So
Well, I mean, he might not have been the sole establisher, but like they were a big thing under him. Nope, nobody ever talks about that.
well, yeah,
It's
because
Orange Man bad.
Well, they don't like Trump. So, um, from what I saw, this stuff has been going on for years. Like where they even going to people's houses and getting people
Raids and all
sending,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and unfortunately children get involved in that. That's where the emotions I think mostly come from, is like people are getting ripped away from their families, and it's like nobody wants to see that.
No,
You know what I mean? I
that's
certainly
up.
don't want to see that, but that's why I don't pay attention to it. No, but like it is upsetting, and I understand why certain celebrities get so emotionally involved, but they just sound very stupid because they don't give you the facts. They're just kind of saying, "Oh, get rid of this," and it's like, okay, that's not really the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all up. But again, it's the social media age. Everything's readily available. It's all there. Anything
Yeah.
you do, everyone's going to talk about
Yeah.
it. It's not like years past where you had to wait for the paper
Yeah.
or watch local brain local news broadcast
sure,
to see what's
sure.
going on.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
everything's so readily there.
The one good thing is most people would say, aside from like the weather, then you get those miserable people who argue about meteorologists and, oh, they get paid all this money, they can't. I'm like, yo, they're not Mr. Winter. They're gonna give they're gonna give you as much accurate weather as they could.
Prediction, an accurate prediction,
but
but that's their job.
Right. Most people are gonna agree that whether it's Fox News or CNN or anything in between, they don't believe most of what like they're saying.
No.
Right? Most people.
No, it's all an agenda.
Like they're gonna show you and tell you what they want, and it all comes down. Most of it comes down to money, right? So like, if you have these politicians that are in with these news networks and journalists, right, and you have all these either hidden agendas or like there's all this influence, they're gonna push some sort of agenda that benefits them, right?
Yeah.
So, did you hear that? Like, I've been listening to, I think, a little too much of Joe Rogan's podcast, but the thing I like about it is he researches stuff right on like Jamie, and then I'll like type it into either Google, Perplexity, or like Chat GPT myself to verify, and hopefully those are legit sources. But I could go down that rabbit hole too. Is like, is this legit?
AI, man.
You don't know, right?
Know.
So the thing is that I've kind of learned or in learning is like let's say far left people, right? The reason that they kind of want or are okay with illegal immigration is for votes.
Yeah.
Because certain states, like apparently California, it's illegal to show your voter ID to vote. Like it's illegal.
What?
Yeah. So like like here in Pennsylvania, it's like required. Like you need your and you know how like it was a thing where they're like, oh, it's people were saying it's racist to show your voter ID or like some people. Yeah, it was like a thing. Some people, mostly from politicians, but like apparently it's illegal to have your. So what does that tell me? It tells me that you just want people voting.
Right.
So if you don't even have to be a U.S. citizen to vote. You could just be a person.
Yeah.
So that's part of, from what I heard, why these far left people want illegal immigration, so they could get more votes and change.
Yeah, it's we're going to let you be here illegally. The easy way, just vote for us.
Crazy.
Yeah, I would doubt it at all.
And I don't know how true it is. Again,
right. Well, it's the same thing with like all those mail-in ballots. How that was.
I did that.
Millions of extras, and
I voted for Joe Jorgensen, which was a libertarian.
Okay.
When that was during the pandemic, right? When they were doing that.
That was the whole reason right around there. Yeah.
Their justification for it. Yeah. And I have no idea if they actually counted that vote. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Went to Biden or whoever.
I don't fucking, I don't, it's like I voted for Trump both times he ran. And the first time it was cool. This time he's shit in the bed. But either way, I don't really care about politics.
I think he went off his rocker a little bit this time.
Huh?
I think he's went off his rocker a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
like he's gone rogue a little bit.
He's shit in the bed. He's shit in the bed hard. He is.
Yeah, but politics. Yeah, politics suck, man. Like
they do.
Like
it's all bullshit. All of it. Well, like you don't know who to believe.
Well, like I was saying before, like you take something illegal, right? Like me illegally selling guns or drugs. No, can't do it. Right? CIA can.
Oh yeah.
Right? They could do whatever they want. They could extort people, they could do whatever, they could just go over and capture somebody and be like, oh well, this is why we did it. It's not because we want oil, it's just because we want to arrest we arrested the bad guy.
he did bad things and we made him not bad no more. They'll plant drugs into low income communities supposedly to like try and
apparently they just captured one of the big wigs who were involved with the Benghazi thing. And it wasn't Hillary Clinton. it was somebody else.
You gotta watch what we say on here.
If they want me dead, I would have been dead a long time.
That's fair.
But so apparently, that's kind of cool, I guess, right?
But you know what though? I never saw anything about that yet.
No,
and like that's.
I just saw it like today, I think.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe that's why I haven't really been on Facebook much, but I get most of my social or political shit from memes. That's how I learn.
Yeah.
But this Bad Bunny stuff, that's bigger than anything like political right now. It's just people arguing over that.
Well, it's nonsense because it's like, so was it the Grammys? He made that like the Ice Out thing, him and Billie Eilish and all these celebrities. Was that the Grammys?
It was one of them shows.
Was it just? It was just last Sunday. So
it must have been the Grammys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Grammys. It's like one of those things. It's like, do I think they're silly for saying that stuff? Sure. Do I care that they said it? No. Do I get offended that they don't want anything to do with ICE? No, I don't care. That's their opinion.
No.
Why am I going to sit here and argue with somebody that I never even met before, who has zero pretty much say other than voting on what goes on in my life? I don't care.
Right. But sometimes it's just fun to argue.
It is.
I mean,
of course it is. It's really fun to.
I do enjoy a good rousing argument.
Yeah.
But it's just I blame technology and social media for all this crap. But
it gives voices to people that shouldn't have voices,
to an extent, yeah. And people that have the power and the recognition that shouldn't be using that power and recognition, they do. Yeah. But like, back on the Bad Bunny topic, so it's Spanish, big followers.
Yeah,
all the Americans want their country twang. They chew their dip, spit in a cup. Shut it off. But they're also saying that he's a big LGBTQIA pizza square body.
What's IA
supporter? Huh?
What's IA?
I have no idea.
That's part of the LGBTQ.
I
Like
think
that's an
so.
addition. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen
They just
that.
keep adding letters now.
I
Don't they?
do. I add letters sometimes.
They just keep adding.
I add emojis, ampersands,
Okay.
like whatever.
So
But
so he's
he's a big supporter on that, and there's rumors or talk going around that he's going to wear a dress
okay.
to the Super Bowl. He's going to have like this LGBT whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
Like some sort of promotion.
Yeah, promotion. I guess.
So would the dress be him trying to promote LGBTQ?
I suppose, and I guess he like openly like kisses his male backup dancers.
Okay.
So
that's just weird.
Whatever. I mean, again,
is that a cultural thing? You think?
I don't know.
Do you think it wouldn't surprise me if that's just him doing that to promote?
Could be. He says it's not, and this is more stuff I read.
And whose video? Like,
report.
He's a celebrity, so that's why. But
I don't know.
That's crazy. It's just a.
But like, who cares?
Well, you know what else is funny? So, Turning Point was that was Charlie Kirk's platform, right? That was the name of his. Was it a podcast he was doing?
No. I don't know if you would label it a podcast, journal. He would go to colleges,
right?
Set up a thing.
But Turning Point was his company.
Yeah. Right? Turning Point USA was his.
So allegedly, they're doing like an alternative Super Bowl. What do you think about that?
It's just funny. Like, it's ridiculous, but I get why they're doing it.
Well, yeah.
It does.
And I think Kid Rock's doing it, right?
They said it's going to be family friendly. Oh, let's get Kid Rock in. Good job, buddy.
I like was it late 90s, early 2000s Kid Rock? Ba with the Ba, whenever that was. I like that.
And everyone's shitting on him now for his one song, All Summer Long.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because he mentions that the girl, I think the lyrics
go the young girl, right?
Yeah, like, she was 17, we were far from in between, I think is like how the line goes.
Yeah.
But the song is about him
being a kid, when he was a kid. Okay, yeah.
So, but everyone
can't twist stuff like that.
And 17.
Bro, a lot of artists back in the day said some really questionable stuff.
Bad shit. No, I don't agree with it. But like, he was talking about him back then, and her.
You hope.
Like,
you hope that's what it was, right?
Well, yeah.
It probably.
The assumptions are there, but that's probably what it was. But everybody's throwing it into this big thing, like, you talk about young girls. No, he's kind of a scumbag, but like, that's not that.
Rick Ross openly said that he put like a Molly in somebody's drink and she didn't even know it, and pretty much, he enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, so that's openly.
And
saying.
then was it Megan Thee Stallion or
no, Cardi B?
Cardi B drug it like
she bragged about how she would drug dudes and take their money. Yeah,
that's kind of funny though.
it is, but
I mean that's I consider that more robbing somebody just so she could rob them. That's kind of.
It depends what they did. I mean.
I doubt she did anything to them while they're.
I doubt it.
Maybe drew a penis on their head or something.
Marker forever.
But
yeah, no, it's all fucked up.
So my thing is like, I would be okay with an alternate Super Bowl show, right?
Yeah.
If either this started a long time ago and they're like, hey, if you don't like this, we have this option too.
If it was more of like a natural. There's a word I'm looking for, but I can't fucking.
Yeah, more organic kind of.
Yeah. If it was an organic thing that just kind of happened,
but
like
they're purposely doing it despite because we don't like Bad Bunny doing it. So, and that's
it's a spite thing.
Yeah, that's why it's like stupid. It's like,
and that's not really even what Charlie Kirk did.
No, not at all. No, I'm surprised his wife. I'm sure his wife isn't. She can't be okay with it. That's.
I think it's her. I heard she was like going off the deep end with stuff. I don't know. I haven't really looked into all that stuff.
I probably would too.
I'm not sure. Yeah. No, not like going off the deep end because he died, but like going off the deep end as in like she's
more hardcore,
going away from like what he stood for.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm hearing. But again, I haven't really looked into it that much to give a.
Well, dude, you probably have so many. She probably has so many people that are putting this information in her head.
Oh yeah,
like dude. So like, okay, so if Megan got shot and killed, right? Just whatever. And I had people like, yo man, I think I know who did it, right? Like this kind of stuff. Who knows what people are telling her? Like, you know what I mean?
Or why, or like any
preying on somebody while they're down.
Yeah.
You know
or if there's any motives, fake motives behind it or anything like that. Yeah. So, but you're right. If the alternative show was a more organic thing that started years ago, like whatever.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. But then, like, But then it's like, where do you draw the line? Like, there's an alternate to an alternate show.
Then they're gonna make another alternate, like,
So then you have the rap version, you have the country version, then you have like the rock version, then you have
you're
the
gonna get
alternate,
smooth R&B, heavy metal,
jazz, polka.
what's that? Mongolian heavy metal.
I never heard of that. Oh yeah,
The
okay.
Who, I think the Who is what they're
Speaking of
called.
polka, that's like a legit like dying thing because
Polka?
like northeastern Pennsylvania was like one of the biggest like hubs I think for it.
You know what? You're right. Yeah,
So like
Bloomsburg
it's
Fair.
like
They always had like polka shows.
Jumpin' Jeff Walker was telling me about that. Well, not me
Jumpin' Jeff
personally.
Walker?
Jumpin' Jeff Walker on the radio was talking about it. And I
Yeah.
happened to listen in, but yeah. So polka's like dying, man.
Not surprising.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird thing.
I think it's because it's a difficult instrument to play, like the accordion.
The accordion. It is a weird thing.
The younger you get, the less attention you have.
Harmonicas are tough. People don't learn those as much.
No, kids don't want to learn.
Nobody wants to listen to polka. Kids don't want to listen to polka.
No, if they can't play on their phone, then do shit.
I would say rap and pop's going to be the constant.
Rap's never going to go away.
I think rap, pop, and that country pop nonsense that's going on.
Yeah, country pop nonsense.
Yeah, I think that's going to be popular.
If you get a guy that comes out with like even like an older country thing, like my girlfriend broke up with me and stole my dog and my truck, that's always going to be around, I think. Too. Like the heartbreak, sappy country. I
haven't heard one of those in a while. I'm not looking for it, but I haven't.
Right. I haven't been listening to country radio in a long time.
Well, that's true, too. They're not going to play it, most likely. Yeah.
Long time. So unless you're listening to that, you're not really going to hear it.
Like you know who's a really talented artist that, again, me and Megan noticed the other day? Actually, it was from the Grammys. Post Malone. He did that. Yeah, he did Ozzy Osbourne tribute. And Sharon and I believe Kelly Osbourne were in the audience, and they were obviously like emotional, but like he did a bang up job, man. He did awesome.
He's actually, he seems like a chill dude too.
Yeah, he seems like it.
He did a song with Ozzy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. A couple years before he passed away.
I remember sharing a meme saying, "Oh man, this Post Malone made Ozzy Osbourne guy famous." But
well, to the younger generation, that's definitely true.
To them, yeah.
If they see, I don't even know who he appeals to, because like he started off like hip hop. It wasn't necessarily rap. It was kind of like auto tune,
jumble fuck.
Yeah, which like I liked it. And then he went straight country. I don't know if it was in this order, but he went straight country.
He did have a country phase.
Yeah, and I wasn't a big fan of that, but his voice is still amazing. It's pretty.
And he
neat.
went a little alternative, I think you would call it. And then...
You know who else has a really good voice that a lot of people probably wouldn't know? Like, back like in like 2000, maybe it was 2005 to 2015, where like auto tune was like blown up. Like every artist was using auto tune. Like Lil Wayne was using it in his raps, and but T-Pain, right?
Yeah.
He was like the auto tune king. Him without auto tune is incredible. Like,
really?
Yeah, dude, kills it.
Huh.
Yeah, if you look up a video, because I think somebody called him out on it one time, and he was like, I don't know if it was on like one of the earlier podcasts that were like becoming popular, maybe, but like they kind of, and he sang, and he definitely hit some good chords and good notes with his voice naturally, and it was pretty good.
Huh.
So
yeah, I didn't know
food for thought. Yeah, little tidbit of information. He's a pretty good singer even without autotune.
I kind of like that though, like when someone uses the autotune just to enhance them.
Well, sure,
but without it, they're still really good. Just also, to prove people wrong.
I heard Lizzo is a really talented artist as far as playing instruments as well as just singing.
She plays the flute, I think, sometimes live.
Okay,
and she is really good at it.
As long as it's not the skin flute live.
I don't want to see her do anything live. But that's the shitty thing with Lizzo is like, with everything coming out, like body positivity and all that stuff, she used that to like get famous. I mean, she is talented. Like she can do some stuff, but shut up. Like sing, play your flute, be done with it.
Yeah, and then a lot of these people, like, they doubled down on the opposition of what they were, standing for, which is like body positivity for heavy women. And now it's like, oh, like you should take care of yourself. And it's like, okay, and you're taking Ozempic, which is fine. I could talk for hours about that, but like,
that could be
another
one.
Who are you to judge? Like, look at where you came from.
Yeah. Well, didn't Lizzo lose a bunch of weight?
A lot, I think.
And then Megan Trainor.
Yeah, I think Megan Trainor was another one. Yeah,
And Adele.
Adele. Yeah, I think she was another big one. Well, Kelly Osbourne, I mentioned she
Yeah, but
lost.
Kelly, I don't think she was ever like super
She was
body
never
positive.
really big.
She was always just chill though,
like chunky-ish. Yeah.
but she wasn't like
Personality-wise,
no. She was just
I
chill.
don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
It's like, all right, no, fat, no, you look gross, your body's gross, you're dying. Cut the shit.
Did you ever watch the Osbourne show back in the day? The Osbournes,
way back when it like first came out.
Yo, speaking of weird random shows, so when I go on TikTok, right, I don't really post TikToks. I just shit scroll,
doom scroll. I think they call it.
Yeah, well, doom scrolling would be more like negative stuff, which I try to stay away from.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So doom scrolling would be like just scrolling aimlessly, kind of. But I think it's more geared towards like negative stuff, like cops getting shot, people, all this negative, crazy stuff, right?
Oh,
I think. But so I saw this like TikTok, this clip. It was probably like a 30-second video. It was of the Andy Milonakis show.
Oh God.
But it was, I was telling somebody at the gym about this the other day. It was the episode where I think it was only one episode he did it, but he had these balloons. They're like yellow balloons, and they either had smiley faces or frown faces on them. I can't remember which was which, but he'd walk up to strangers and he's like, I hate my life. And he'd like hand them a balloon and he would say like negative stuff, right? And one person came up to me. He's like, you hate your life. He was like genuinely trying to like
concerned.
Yeah. Concerned. And he's like, oh, but the point I'm getting at is he handed a balloon to somebody. He said, what do you say? He goes, I have no soul. And this guy who took the balloon's like, I don't either. And he just kept walking.
Solid.
Like the guy like looked like somebody like it was just creepy because I was just like, this guy was not joking. Like he legit doesn't think he has a soul. Like he's like, I have no soul. And this guy's like, neither do I. He just kept walking. It was like pretty creepy. I'm like, that guy's pretty scary.
Yeah. Yeah. That guy probably goes home and like collects fingernails.
Yeah, or like the bone collector from like Philadelphia,
or like what? The
bone collector? Yeah, there was a bone collector. I think he lived in the Philadelphia area. He got arrested. He would like go into grave sites in that area and like take all these bones.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
And then they like interviewed his buddy. He had like, what doesn't matter. He looked like a character, and they were kind of like interviewing this associate of his who was like trying to say, I'm not associated, I'm not into this kind of stuff, but he still was associating himself by incriminating himself pretty much by what he was saying. He was like, yeah, I do some of this stuff, but not what he was into. It's like, so this guy was pretty much digging up bones for you is what you're saying. So you're okay with it. You just don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, you don't want to put your name on it.
It was very weird. The guy had like this red thing on his head, but like the way the camera was positioned, it looked like he like, it looked like his head was like cut. Like it looked like he was like bleeding. Like he had blood.
Like scalped himself.
Yeah, something like it was weird. Did you ever see Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the second one?
Nah.
So the guy who played the one, because they're cannibals essentially, that's what they are. But he has like a metal plate in his head because since he's a cannibal and he can't get his fix from humans, he keeps eating from his it's pretty gross, but he like keeps picking from his own head and eating. But that's what it reminded me of. Like I'm like, is this one of those freaks that like is picking from his head, or does he have like a weird spray paint or like hair color that looks kind? Because you couldn't see the top of his head, so it was kind of bugging me. I'm like watching it.
Was it like bright red?
I don't know what color it was.
I'm thinking like sun. Could it have been sunburn?
Dude, it could have. It looked like he did. It looked like because I think he was baldish or had really thin hair, and I just couldn't tell what was going on. I'm like, is this guy like a freak? Did he injure himself, or does he have like the little hair he does have? Is he like
just like continuously mutilating?
I feel like he was guilt by association. That's kind of what I was getting at. Was
saying that he's balding though. Here's a fun one. Did you know calling someone bald is now sexual harassment?
I think you commented on the silly post. Where'd you get that from? Because I shared it.
Oh, I don't know.
That's not legit. That can't be legit.
I don't think it's legit, but like,
it wouldn't surprise me that people are.
No, but it's hilarious. If bald is sexual harassment, how? That's my only question is how.
How is it like sexual harassment? How is it listed as that?
Yeah, how?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how it'd be sexual harassment.
It
There's a lot of things like
piqued my curiosity. That's all.
a lot of jobs I worked, they're going like the HR department, like when you get onboarding and trained and like, they'll go over like all the rules and stuff at work. And, obviously sexual harassment and like all that stuff, is kind of part of it. So I always thought it was kind of strange and weird what they list as sexual harassment, like there's certain things that I think you would be surprised that like fall under the sexual harassment category that aren't really like sexual. I don't have any specific examples, but and every company probably has like their
Different
own,
ones.
yeah, different ones. But like for instance, I think it was Lowe's distribution center. I think that's where I was working at the time where I saw this. I forget what it was, but like me and you could be having a conversation, right?
And if someone overhears it, it's technically, yeah.
That kind of bothered me. I'm like, that's stupid.
I saw that because, like, why are they
So
listening?
you're just offended by something that you
we're
have no,
talking about?
Yeah.
Why are you eavesdropping?
Yeah, I don't
fucking
like that.
asshole.
I don't like that
Like,
part.
that's on them. That's not on us.
You dropped the F-bomb, right?
Huh?
Did you just drop the F-bomb?
I've been cursing this whole time.
I didn't know you could do that.
I don't know if I can.
Okay, so you'll what, edit it out or whatever?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let it ride.
All right. I wasn't sure how the procedure on that part, because all right.
I'm not even fully sure how that procedure works. All I know is posted on Facebook, I just go.
Okay.
And then on YouTube, I can select.
Okay.
No, this is not intended for children.
Okay. Understood. Gotcha. I was just
curious.
Oh
no, I curse every time I do this. Just because why?
Yeah, I know.
It's just how I talk.
It's part of the language.
You don't like it, don't listen.
Yeah, just like
it's like the halftime show.
Yeah,
you don't like it, turn it off.
Yeah, so that's like, to circle back, like that's my kind of opinion on the halftime show. I don't really care either way, and I understand both sides. Like I don't understand why people I think it was Kendrick Lamar, like when he did his say, right?
He had Serena Williams crip walking or whatever.
Was she? Oh yeah, she
I
was.
don't know what the hell that is.
I don't know. But
she got big ass.
I'm a married man. Well, not married, but taken. Can't say that stuff. But so like for instance, like if I were to talk to my mom, right, and be like, "Hey, what'd you think of halftime show?" She'd be like, "Oh, I didn't like it. That was terrible." And my whole point on like halftime shows and performances is like, the thing that I try to convey to people is you could not like the individual, right? And you could not like the halftime show. You could be like, I didn't like it. But you can't sit here and say that it was terrible if the performance itself wasn't terrible. You could say you didn't like it, and you could say it's not for you, and they shouldn't have picked this person. That's fine. But there's a difference between, like, there could be a great artist that I like, and the performance sucks. And
Yeah.
I could be like, that was terrible. It sucked.
You can call them out. Just be like, they kind of shit the bed. Like
we saw Rob Zombie. So Rob Zombie did a tour with Alice Cooper. It was Alice Cooper, Rob Zombie, Filter, and Ministry at not Wachovia, not the arena.
Oh wow, that's going.
I know back. Wachovia, right? The normal. No, not there. The normal venue that they do it up in Scranton.
Oh, Montage.
Montage. I couldn't think. And it was great. I enjoyed every minute of it. But like, was I overly stimulated and thrilled with Rob Zombie's performance? No, I think Alice Cooper had more of a leg to stand on just because his pure age and like the fact that he was still doing it.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed the show and I thought it was very well done. But like, I like Rob Zombie a lot, but I could critique it because I don't think it was the greatest performance ever. Right?
It wasn't perfect.
So like, that's my whole point though, is with these halftime shows, it's like, okay, you don't like Bad Bunny, you don't like the fact that he's going to be singing in Spanish, whatever, fine. But don't sit here and like be like, oh, it's terrible. Shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah, right.
It's not terrible. He might do a fantastic job. I might not know what he's saying, but he might do a fantastic job.
But the people that he appeals to might think he is doing a fantastic job. And that's
the other thing.
But if you don't like him, you can't objectively say he's doing good or bad because you don't like him.
And like, I understand why people say, oh, well, they should be speaking English. Not they, as Hispanic people, but
yeah, you sound a little racist.
No. I just shut up. I can understand why people would want somebody to sing and speak in English, right? You're in America. I get that. But I also understand like you have a lot of Hispanic people in America.
Well,
Like
yeah.
give them something. give them
Our gift to you is the Bad Bunny at the Super
the
Bowl.
bad I
Here
laugh.
you go.
I laugh if truth be told, like a lot of Hispanic people don't like Bad Bunny, and they're like, "Oh, who's this jerk off?" But I don't think that's the case. I think they do
Yeah.
like
After I
him.
saw what the Spotify things were, like, it's not the case. Not the case at all.
So he has a lot of streams on Spotify, is what you
It was
said.
like his one album was like 20 million streams or billion. Sorry,
20
billion.
billion.
His shit was in the billions.
Yeah,
So the numbers, he's undeniably popular.
yeah.
That's just how it is. But the fact that he's gonna wear a dress and kiss dudes pisses a lot of people off.
I just think I don't like the antics. Like, why can't
Yeah,
people just be like,
just be
I
regular.
support LGBTQ. I'm okay with this, and then move on. Why do you have to do these
Make it a
antics to
big
try
deal.
and get people like?
Yeah, it's just
I don't
they're
know.
over the top, and I mean, a lot of gay people are just over the top, but like that's their personality. That's just
Yeah,
how they are.
yeah,
I don't think he's gay, but he plays into it pretty good.
yeah.
But you're right. Just do your shit. And go away.
There's also the artistic. So like, was it Kiss or wasn't there a lot of rockers that would wear like dresses and stuff?
Yeah.
Wasn't that like a thing?
Yeah, dresses, super tight clothing, wigs, long
Yeah,
hair, makeup, all that. That was big in rock back.
yeah. And then I think Kid Cudi does that kind of stuff too. Wears dresses and stuff.
Maybe.
And there's speculation about him too, but like I think he might just be a performance thing. I don't know.
Even if he is gay, who gives a shit?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
I don't
Right?
care.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, like I said, that magic wand with buttons. It goes change channel.
Yeah, and like I said, that me personally, that's not my thing. I don't care about the halftime show. I want the commercials. I want the game. I
Yeah,
want the food.
yeah. Food, game, commercials.
And
Call
just
it
the
good.
fact that I'm not like going to work, like I'm not at work. I get
Yeah.
to sit and relax, even if
Yeah.
the kids are running around like nuts and causing chaos, whatever. Like it's much better than what I could be doing.
You could
You
be at
know?
work. You could be you could be working fields. I don't mean that in a racist way, but like there's so much worse that could be going on than sitting in your house that's
With heat.
temperature controlled. You got
Right.
food, you got
Yeah.
electricity, you got a TV to watch the game
Yeah.
on. And again, you got that magic wand with buttons that can change Bad Bunny off.
Yeah.
Just
You were mentioning the billions of streams that he had for his albums or whatever. And when you mentioned billions, I thought of like I looked up Elon Musk's net worth, and it was like it's allegedly over 800 and some $1 billion he's worth.
Yeah.
800, dude. Like think about being a billionaire, right? Like Kanye
Yeah.
West at one time was a billionaire, right? You have all these people that were billionaires. 800 and some billion net worth. That's not like how much money you have in your account, whatever. That's how much like your assets, like
yeah,
you're actually
everything
worth.
he's got. Yeah.
I'm negative.
Huh?
I'm negative net worth. I have a negative net worth.
So am I.
Because of debt and everything else, you know.
I
Most people are.
Yeah, I'm negative. It's because I had a gambling problem. I still do, but
even without that
not
stuff,
as
like
bad.
most people, average Americans are kind of like either even or like they don't have like a big net. It's like a lot are negative, I would assume, because of debt and loans and stuff, you know.
Like his net worth, I heard it was getting close to the trillion. His net worth is getting close to the country's debt.
That's another scam.
Well, I know, but like our debt's a couple trillion, like 2, 4, whatever. Well, one man by himself's net worth is getting close to the entire country's debt.
I was looking at
it's wild.
So I looked up this is probably as close as I will get to talking about work, but I was looking up like I got on this kick where I was looking up like GD's not their net worth, but their how much they made, like how much money they made. And I looked up like Lockheed Martin, and then that led me to believe like go down this not rabbit hole, but look up like the United States and like what we invest our money in, and like
most of it's defense and military.
Defense is like top 3 or 4 on the list. I forget. I think like Social Security is like up there. That's like 1 or 2. But like, yeah, there's a lot. They have a large.
It's kind of surprising Social Security is so high, just because everybody always complains that they're not going to get it.
Yeah, I'd have to look at there was a top like 5 I think I was looking at, and the Department of Defense was up there, but it wasn't top 3. I don't think it
That's
might have been
surprising.
third or fourth, but yeah, I forget what number 1 and number 2 are. It wouldn't surprise you, but like I was looking at like how much money they invest in their like their safety net, or like how much money they're allowed for these departments. It's like insane. It's like no wonder why we're broke,
Oh
dudes,
yeah,
for this. How much money you invest into this kind of
they
stuff?
were investing like
Well, money we don't have.
20 million or 200 million to gender studies in like Istanbul or some
Yeah,
shit.
that's crazy.
Like, why?
I don't know.
Just
There's a lot of crazy
why?
stuff going on, man. Be happy we're in the United States, because I forget what country it is, but like you can't like. I think it's over in Europe somewhere. People are getting arrested for like social media posts,
Oh yeah, I
like
I
legit, like getting arrested. Like, oh, you can't make this statement. We're arresting you.
to a degree that's bullshit, total bullshit. But like,
Unless you're threatening somebody, right?
well,
Like,
yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, if you're openly like threatening things or like
yeah, but could you imagine if I
saying
was
real radical
well,
crap, like
well,
you should be arrested.
well, kind of, yeah. But like, and we should take tips from those countries on how to get these people, but we just won't. We have the resources, they just won't do it. But so like, my thing is like, could you imagine being in your house and you're like, I hate President Biden, and then somebody knocks on your door and you're arrested? Like, that's insane.
Yeah, we just saw your Twitter
I
tweet.
want the Patriots to win. Knock, knock, knock.
Robert Kraft shows up. Oh no, that'd be a good thing. It'd be like, let's go to the rub and tug.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah. What else you want to talk about? You want to touch on the Epstein files?
No, I
Okay.
don't. I haven't even seen anything about that. But that's another thing too. Like that whole big explosion of shit, and that's not posted everywhere. You've seen,
Department of Justice, they have it on there.
well, yeah, but I'm saying like they're pulling all other just like
Random stuff.
random bogus bullshit
Well,
to hype everybody
keep
up.
people distracted. Like,
Distraction.
well, yeah,
That's exactly
like
right.
there's other people that should be arrested. And from what I learned is you chase the money, you chase the bad guys, you shut down the operation. That's how you go. But they can't chase down the money because there's a lot of operations that are dependent on this stuff. So like he was just one of these people that pissed off the CIA, or the CIA got pissed off at him, and they said, "Okay, you're compromised. See you later. You're on your own."
Yep.
Because they already replaced this Jeffrey Epstein person. They have they have tons of people like this.
Killed himself.
Yeah, I heard that's so. I wasn't buying into like I was like one of these people that were like, "Oh yeah, he killed himself," but I don't know, man. I heard some sketchy stuff.
Yeah, I heard like the camera recordings where
Like,
there was a
there's
glitch.
lag. Yeah, there's
they
like
had to like fix it, and it's like,
and he reported that this prison guard or person was trying to kill him before, and they still let the guy, same guy, like watch him.
yeah. He tried to kill me. Yeah, it's fine.
I also don't blame them. It's like, who cares? But at the same time, he had a lot of valuable information that we should have got.
Yeah.
But
kill him.
You don't. It's just like anything else, man. You arrest a drug dealer. There's other
drug dealers.
Yeah, it's not how you go. You go after the money, but they won't because they need it. So,
yep, it's all about money.
Yep,
all about money, which I don't have a lot of, so I don't understand.
Yeah,
but you were saying with Trump with his 800 billion,
Musk.
Yeah, sorry. Well, at one time they were like,
well, yeah, they were boyfriend girlfriend,
but now they're on the outs. But anyway. I don't know what it would say to how many people he'd be able to give $1 million to and still have a buttload of money left over.
Yeah, I don't. So that I remember that argument a while back.
And even 500,000.
Yeah,
like that would change my life.
Excuse me. I think that's part of the frustration some people have with like these people who have all this money is like, or like even people that are like homeless, right? Like California is like nothing. Obviously, there's much more, but like that's where a lot of the homeless people in America are. Obviously, because of weather, and they kind of promote people being homeless, and they make it very easy.
Cost of living's astronomical.
Yeah, they kind of promote people to be homeless. But anyway, and there's a reason behind that too. But anyway, so it is kind of frustrating knowing that like there's so much money and there's so many houses and housing and like you can't find places for these people to live and get them jobs, work. I don't know. It just doesn't seem it seems weird to me.
Yeah.
Now the other thing is they probably some people don't want to,
No,
right?
some people like it.
Yeah.
Like there's this one Facebook group on Facebook that sounded really redundant in my head, but anyway, it's called like van life living or something.
Okay.
And I joined the group just because I was
You know
kind
a
of
guy that was going
curious.
to live in a van.
Huh?
I know a guy that was going to like travel and live in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
car.
yeah. And like I was like, how the hell do you make money? Like if you're constantly like, but that's what the people want to do though. They don't want to be in a stationary home. They
Yeah.
don't want to be tied down to one spot. They want the
Yeah.
van. They want
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Traveling and
be able
stuff.
to up and go. And I mean, like homeless isn't really the same.
No, but I'm talking about the homeless, like they're intense homeless, like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they're getting fed like drugs, like here you go, and they're
Oh,
getting like that's the home. I'm not talking about like who don't have like a legit place, like a legit stationary address,
okay.
you know that because yeah, technically they would be homeless, right?
Yeah, but
Like if I
I was more or less going on the fact of just they don't want to be in a house.
well,
Like
sure,
these
sure,
people
yeah,
just
yeah, technically they are well, yeah, they might be listed as homeless too, like
I
technically, right?
if they don't have a
A
permanent
permanent resident,
residence, I would
yeah,
assume
yeah.
so.
Yeah. Real quick before I forgot, because I remember when we first started talking about the Bad Bunny thing, the little joke or funny thing that I wanted to bring up was when you were saying like I don't even know who Bad Bunny is, and for the longest time I was like I don't know who this person is either. I used to think and confuse Bad Bunny with that Bad Barbie. You know who Bad Barbie is. I'm 99% sure Bad Barbie is the Catch Me Outside girl.
Bad baby.
Bad Baby. See, no, there's a Bad Barbie too. I think
That
there's a
well, I'm pretty sure Bad Baby is
turned
the
into
Catch
Bad
Me
Barbie.
Outside
Okay,
girl. I don't know a
okay.
Bad Barbie.
Isn't there a Bad Barbie?
I don't. Maybe
Maybe
I
I
don't
heard my daughter talk about the Barbies being bad too many times, and I confused Bad Barbie. Bad Barbie.
know. Damn it, Barbie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I there might be a Bad Barbie, but I'm pretty sure the Cash Me Outside girl turned into Bad
Oh,
Baby.
Bad Barbie. I think was the girlfriend or ex. She's the ex of Rob Kardashian. I think that's who that was. I think it was a
Maybe
lady who
I
went
don't
by
really
Bad.
follow all that. I don't
I
know.
don't. I just stuff I've heard. But I used to confuse. I'm like, really? They're performing, and I'm like, not at the Super Bowl because I know
Yeah,
who
yeah,
he is.
yeah.
But I used to confuse and
Bad,
interchange those, and I'm like, oh, this is who Bad Bunny is. I'm like, I don't know who this person is.
Bad
The Catch Me
Barbie.
Outside girl. That's what I thought it was for
Yeah,
the
Cash Me
longest time.
Outside. How about that? Like, oh my god! And then
Then she got OnlyFans when she got older and all that other
yeah,
crazy
then
stuff.
she regretted it and all that other stuff.
Really?
I think so. I think I saw something about that, like because she turned 18 or she did it when she was 19. I don't fucking
Yeah.
remember, but she
Well,
was saying like how all these people like liked her when she was 18 and like all this. It's like,
yeah,
bitch, you're
it's
18.
creepy. Yeah.
You wanted to show your naked body, like
There was an OnlyFans, or was she a porn star, or did she do both? She might have did both. I don't know. But there was a porn star who, I don't know if she was on like an official news source, but she was making like social media posts or like claiming that she wants all of her videos taken down.
oh no, Riley Reid,
Oh, is that who it was?
porn star.
Wow, you answered that pretty quick.
Yep. Yep. Oh, because I see it all the time. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
great. I share all that.
And part of me doesn't blame her, but at the same time, it's like
You did it.
you did it.
I
You
mean,
can't change it. You know.
like
Yeah. Well, you live and you learn, I guess, right?
yeah, because she had kids and all that family stuff, and she said she wanted it all erased from the internet, so her
You
kid,
can't.
so her kid doesn't get bullied in high school and all.
It's
this
not
other
like you're
stuff.
sending video to like your current boyfriend. You split up and you're like, "Hey, delete that video."
No, you did it for a production company.
No, it's out there.
Like
It's out there.
you did it. It's there.
People
You
did a lot of
openly did
nasty
it.
stuff probably to those videos. Yeah.
She's she's a grindball,
Is
but
that
like
one of your favorites?
no, I don't have a favorite porn star. I like to
gotcha.
keep an open collective, you know.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's wild. It's like, oh no, take it away.
Yeah.
Well, your kid's just gonna have to grow up
I
knowing.
know. Part of me feels bad because like you look at stuff like that, right? Like you can't like I don't think she obviously didn't think that through, but like she shouldn't get harassed about stuff either. Like her kids shouldn't grow up and be like, "Oh, your mom," but like kids get bullied, right? So like that's probably going to happen if she goes to any kind of public school or something.
Well, if you listen to a lot of people these days, no, kids don't get bullied. Kids
Yeah.
aren't mean.
Yeah, my
No,
ass.
bullshit. Kids need to be bullied more.
Oh yeah. I see what
Adults
you're
need to
saying.
be bullied more. Everybody needs to be
Adults
bullied.
definitely need to be bullied more.
Bring bullying back.
I'm on board with adults being bullied a little bit
What
more.
shit? Everybody's so coddled they can't take a joke.
Yeah, I agree with that to a degree. Like adults, need to be bullied a little bit more, or at least like at least told the truth.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying bullied like beat the fuck up and
Well,
all
no,
that
no,
stuff,
no,
but
no.
like
Steal their lunch money.
just bullied. Like
Yeah.
give him a swirly. Like you're acting like an idiot. Fucking give him a swirly.
I don't even know if I could pick up a grown adult and give them a swirly if I tried. I'd probably throw like my back out or my hip or something. And what happened to you? I tried giving somebody a swirly.
Walking around all hunched over.
I don't even think I could pick up Marty from the weld line and give him a swirly if I tried. And he's a smaller man.
No, I don't think I could do it either.
Yeah.
I went to my nephew plays football and all that stuff now, so I went to like pseudo tackle him and like pick him up.
Oh Jesus Christ.
He's a chunk. Holy crap!
Really? How old is he?
He's 15. But
he's a heavy kid.
Yeah. I went to pick him up and like at first I was like I shouldn't do this, but I had to go through with it because I couldn't.
I already committed, so let's do it.
Couldn't look weak in front of my nephew, So I picked him up and I was like, I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, I've been there before. Well, I'm already here. Gotta finish the job.
Gotta commit. Gotta commit. I might break my back, but I'm committing now.
I've done that with lifting before, like where I'm like, where I'm like, oh yeah, this is pretty dangerous. I'm like, and then like you have like so like on a heavy squat, which I haven't done in a while, but like on a heavy squat, like kind of pride and ego, but also like it is a safety thing. Like you have like one person on one side, one on the other, and one behind you spotting you. And then like, so I've been on the other end of that where I'm spotting somebody and you even have like two people, like, so one gets the bar, one gets the plates, one gets the bar on the other side, one gets the plates, and one gets behind.
Yeah.
When you get into like, so I've spotted people that were squatting like 800 or close to 800 pounds, right? Like, I'm not going to be able to do anything. If anything happens to this dude, he's dead.
He's fucked, yeah.
Like, well, like any injury happens, he's dead. There's no way we're catching the bar mid squat. No. All we're there to do is like help him rack it, and like if he squats down and he's having trouble getting up, like help him up,
take some of the weight off.
But like the point I was getting at is like I've been there before where I'm like not 800 pounds, nowhere near that, like around 6 plus, that kind of range. But like I get underneath the bar and I'm like, oh man, yeah, this is heavy. This is gonna be heavy. and what do I do? Like, oh guys, like especially when I was wearing a squat suit, like when I got into that for a little bit, and like I had somebody take the time out of their day to wrap my knees, and they're like yanking on the knee wrap real hard, and I'm like sitting there pondering, like, what am I doing? like what am I doing? And then I get underneath, and I'm like, could you imagine if I was just like, nah, never mind, guys, I changed my mind, I'm done. So I was like, oh, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, you're committed. Like you gotta try.
Yeah, you're in
even
it.
if you're gonna fail, you gotta try.
You're in it, And then the whole time I'm going down, I'm like, oh my god, don't die. Nah, it's usually not that dramatic, but there are times where I'm like, oh man, yeah. Even like at powerlifting meets where I'm like, like there's times where like, so I'm doing a bench press only meet in March, right? And the guy I hired to help me, he has me doing like upper body 3 times a week and lower body once, because I told him I can only do 4 days a week. So he's like, all right, well, we got to do a lower body.
Can't skip leg day.
Yeah, I can't skip leg day. So I sandbagged the hell out of my leg days. I just like, I just go, and I bullshit them.
Park for the course.
Yeah. So, so I did a bench only meet. So I did full powerlifting meets, right? Where you squat, deadlift, and bench. Or I should say squat, bench, then you deadlift. So I did like 4 or 5 of those, but I did one other bench press only meet, right? And I also did deadlift only before, but and non-sanctioned. But so this bench press only is the second time I'm ever doing it. And the first time I did it, I didn't take it serious. I was kind of like, all right, this is way easier than doing a full powerlifter meet, right? I only have to bench press. And I don't have to be there till like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning versus like 7, 8 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And so we traveled down to Bristol, PA, which is like kind of like right outside of Philly. And I exercised the day before. Now it was a really light workout. It wasn't really anything, but like you don't really do that. Usually you take, well, some people take like a week off, but some usually you take a couple of days off. Maybe you get in a sauna if you have to cut like a pound or two or whatever. But like we're traveling down, and I didn't drink a lot of water that day
Mm.
because I just wasn't really. I was excited, but I wasn't taking it serious. And then the day of, I didn't do anything I normally do, like training or anything I normally do for a meet. I just kind of like winged it, kind
Right.
of. I was just like, oh, I could get away with eating a little bit of oatmeal and coffee, not my pre workout. So I'm back there. I'm like warming up. And I have like resistance. I usually use resistance bands to warm up my triceps. So you tie it on a pole and you pull it down and you're going like this. I know it looks kind of weird me going like this, but essentially that's the movement. Yeah, pretty much, right? But that's pretty much what you're doing. Is it's like you're only bending the arm down here to warm up the tricep. So anyway, so I'm warming up, and I could tell just from doing that warm up alone, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm like, this isn't gonna be. I didn't tell myself this isn't gonna be a good day, but I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm toast.
mistakes were made.
So I, I was warming up, and like you try to time it right. Like so, the last meet I had a coach, a guy helped me, so he was there, so it was a little bit different. But like when you're by yourself, you kind of got to like figure it out yourself. And every meet moves fast or slow, and they're all like different. So yeah, I know, but so I mistimed the shit out of it. Is what I'm
Right.
getting at. I mistimed the shit out of it. I rushed my warm ups. They were calling me, or I was like on deck, so next to go, and I didn't even like finish my last warm up.
Oh, good.
So I threw like whatever it was, like 350 up for my last warm up, and my opener was supposed to be like 365 or 370, and I did that, and I was just like, I was fatigued. And then my second attempt, so you get three attempts. So my second attempt was like 385, and I'm like, and I racked it. I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
Like
you're spent.
I busted my nut on that one. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I still tried 400, and I got it like halfway. That my goal was to hit between 4 or 415 for my bench only, and I didn't even get 400. So I was like pretty depressed. I was like, I took it pretty personal. So like they do like a pictures, like they kind of give like participation trophies because there's so many different weight divisions and
Right.
classes. Like everybody kind of gets a trophy. Like I have a couple that I won. I came in first in my division, but it was like there was only like, and I shouldn't downplay it, but like there's only four or five people total in my division.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, it's like, okay, I came in first out of four people. Whip de doo, right?
Yeah, but you're still beating people to training.
I know that, but still.
So like it's an accomplishment.
But one of them is like probably like 15 years old, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and the other's like a 65
yeah, right.
guy.
So like, but like at this one, I didn't even stay around for any kind of rewards. My girl's like, hey, and I'm like, let's go. We're going.
I fucked up. No, I don't want to be here.
I got in the car. And she's like, hey, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to talk about anything at all.
Yep.
And it was quiet for like 2 hours, almost the whole way home. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm done with this. And I was like so depressed. And it took me a while to build back up, but yeah, I totally botched the timing of it. But it was one of those things, like I said, though, like when I'm warming up with the resistance band, before I even warmed up on any weight, what do? Hey, babe, we're gonna go home. I'm not feeling it. I'm there.
Yeah.
So
like you're gonna not do what you want to do.
Same thing with the 385. Like that was something that I could at that time I could hit almost any day of the week for a single. You know what I mean? A single rep. And so I knew when I hit on my second attempt, I was like, well, I'm done. But I'm like, I'm not gonna not try it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And the drive itself, if I drove 2 hours to do something, like I'm doing it. Like,
I know. Well, and that's the mindset, like at the end of the meet, like when you're hitting deadlifts, like you just fucking send it, man. Squats, you got, in my opinion, you got to be a little more methodical. You kind of got to plan it out. Like, all right, let's be smart here.
I feel like you can screw a lot more up with the squat.
And I feel like you're going to get hurt. Bench press too, you get hurt, especially if you're using a bench shirt, because that's a whole different ball game. But like squat, yeah, you could really, and you want to save. Some people send it and they're just built like complete freaks and animals, whereas I have to go about it more strategically. Like, all right, let's save a little bit. Like, let's knock 10 pounds off the squat to
maybe get 10
more pounds. Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying.
And that's kind of, I think, what most people will do. But yeah, so I know that feeling of like, well, I'm here. Let's finish the deed.
Done. That's I don't lift quite to the par of you. But back when I was younger, I had a bench at my parents' house in their basement. It's like a
Tell me you got buried and nobody was there to help you and you had to like dump the weight.
yep.
I've heard so many of these stories. Tell me a
Well, yeah.
story, but
So
I've
like
heard this.
I got it was relatively new for me. My buddy had a bunch of weights, like 300 pounds worth of weights, and he gave them to me. I bought a bench. It was a shitty bench, but better than that. It actually had the rack,
Yeah.
and it was down in the. It's a half apartment, half basement. Nobody was in the apartment at the time, so the one room put that all in. And I would just go down there and bench, stick
Yeah.
around like 200 pounds, whatever. I had no spotter, no nothing. The one day,
Hold on. These stories always start the same.
yep,
I'm not even joking.
I'm not
Literally from
surprised.
the beginning of the story, like before you even talked about the bench, like, oh yeah, one time I was down in my basement. It is the same story.
Yep.
But you got to continue. Go ahead. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, I will, but I can absolutely see where these all start
dude,
the same and end the same.
they literally the story is the same. I could put like probably 4 or 5 different people's faces
Yeah.
on these stories. But go
So,
ahead.
but I was doing, I think it was like 225. I was all myself. I
Mhm.
was fine. So the one day I was like, I try 250. So I threw it on. I get it up. And I was right. I was like, I should re-rack this. I was like, nah. I come down. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Each time you're lower and lower, probably.
And I just
right?
let it just like kind of push and like sit on my chest. I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
Because nobody,
Yeah.
they're all upstairs. It's
Yeah.
just me down there. I was like, damn. So
Yeah.
I lean
Yeah.
and just let the weights
Yeah.
fall off. And then it just
Sure.
fucking
Right.
wrecks.
Well, that
I
was a
like,
smart way to do it. Luckily, you didn't put clips on it because so one of like some of the old meatheads, the one guy I'm thinking of, he's a big black dude. He's a prison guard, real nice guy. Stupid strong bench press, like massive guy. But he had now when I say raw, like we're not talking about bench
Yeah,
shirts.
no
So
shirts,
that's
just-
so if anybody's listening, raw would be nothing, maybe wrist wraps. Equipped would be using a bench shirt. So so this guy had a raw bench press in the gym. I think his best was now it's not I know other people that have done more than him I've met personally, but this guy was just strong. But I think it was 575.
that's still,
It was at least 570.
ridiculous.
570. Big dude. And when I would see a big dude, before I knew the exact number, I used to inquire. I'd be like, well, what'd you do to get that big? What did you do to get that strong? Whatever it was, right? And one piece of advice you'd give me was don't put clips on the end of the bench press because if you do get fucked, you dump them, right?
Yeah.
Now it's not the most pleasant way to do it.
No.
Like same thing if you're squatting without a spotter, like you just let it. The gym owner might be pissed, you might kick you out of the gym, but you're alive.
Yeah,
So,
your back's not fucked up.
Now, if you have a spotter and then in competition they throw clips on, because if you have a spotter, that's the last thing you want is the plates to fall off, especially if you're bench pressing kind of janky in a janky kind of way. But I've gotten buried on bench press a lot, not necessarily by myself. So one time when I was in the Valley West weight room, do you know where Wyoming Valley West is?
I know where it's. I'm never in the
So
building, but
the high school, they had a field house, right? They still do, but I think it's like literally across the street now. So the high school, then you got the field house. Well, they used to have the weight room in the basement. Then there was like an empty room above where I think they would do like helmets, no pads, or if the weather was shitty, they'd go up there.
oh, okay, yeah.
I saw a kid got like WWE body slam through a table up there. Some kid that was getting bullied, and I kind of stood there and I kind of felt bad, but I'm like, there's more big guys than me, and I'm not going to get involved.
Right, because then
And
you're going to go.
It was
through
kind of
tables.
funny, but I felt bad. It was like one of those situations. But yeah, he just like, oh, and he might have cried. It was terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it was
funny.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. So anyway, that's where the weight room was down in the basement. And the one time when I was like 15 when I really first started getting into it, my dad taught me when I was like 10, 11 how to lift. He did it for baseball. And then when I was like 15, I started playing football, and that's where I really got into it. I loved lifting more than I did the sport itself.
Yep.
So anyway, the first time I ever got buried, I think I had like maybe 185 on the bar, or maybe it was 225. And I get it. And I just remember being, And I'm like, help, help. And the one big guy came waddling over and he had like this smirk on his face and he like lifted it with like one hand. It was like a joke. He's like, thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate, like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. He was
Yep.
probably only like 3 or 4 years older than me, but he was like he had just from maturity alone, and maybe it was testosterone, whatever caused the mature. He just seemed like a grown man to me at the
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I mean, when you're 15 or something, someone that's 3 years older could
Yeah,
seem wildly
yeah.
like they
Well,
might
yeah. Well,
to
sure.
you. You think they're like 30.
Yeah. So that happened on bench. Then I remember I was down the Kingston Rec Center. I got benched. I think I had like 365 on at the time, and I think they just got a brand new bench, like new equipment in general. And the bench press that they had, the rack that they had connected to it, had multiple levels. So it had like 2 or 3 levels. So it had like the lower level and then maybe a medium one. It either had two or three. It had two or three. And um I got to 365, and luckily I was able to like muster it up to like that first rack, and then I was like, "Whew," you
Oh,
know what I mean? And my
so it
pride,
had like multiple.
yeah, and my pride and ego was part of it. There wasn't a lot of people there to help spot me, but I think there was one or two, and I was just like, it was a weight that like I've done before, and I told myself like, oh, yeah, okay, and it just wasn't there that day. Um, and then I don't think I ever got buried on bench press by myself, but then squats. I fucked myself. Well, I almost fucked myself up pretty bad. I got done squatting. I think it was like 405. It was like one of my top sets for the day. This was when I first got into like powerlifting, and I first started really experimenting with bands. Not in a weird kind of way, like in my bedroom, but like
I
in the
mean,
gym.
hey, it's fine. You
No,
know,
in the whatever you're into. No, in the gym. So like I I had like I had the standard West Side barbell one. I still do. You have a mini band. Well, actually, I have a yeah, I have. Oh, yeah. So I have a micro band, which is real thin.
start talking about your bedroom bands, getting
Uh,
yourself all combobulated there.
so I have a micro, uh, a, a mini band, which is the color West Side does is red. Then I have a monster mini, which is the same thing, just a little more resistance. Then you have medium resistance band, and then I think a light band, and then a medium band.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I was putting these lighter bands on, and after I did my heavy set, so I'm already fatigued. So I put these bands on, and I unrack it, and I'm doing box squats, like 12-inch box squat. 12 inches is pretty low to the
Oh,
ground. But I was trying to teach myself to hit depth, because that was one of my issues. Was I could squat heavy, but not quite get down as low as you got to. So that was one of the things I was trying to do. So I threw the resistance bands on, and I did 405 with nothing, and then I had like 135 or 225 on, and I threw the bands on. I'm like, all right, yeah, that felt pretty good. Let's do this. So I threw another set on, right?
Mm.
And dude, I'm not even joking. As soon as I unracked it, I like plopped on the box. I like it like instant. I partially because I wasn't like tight like I should have been, but I just like a sack of potatoes, boom, right down into the box. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, well now what? Now I have all this resistance, and I'm sitting on a 12-inch box. What do I do? Try getting up. Nope, couldn't do it. Tried it again. Nope. Nobody was around. So I'm like, okay.
You just let it go.
I just let it go. And luckily I had the safety racks up. Um,
It's probably nice and loud.
it was loud.
Yeah,
It wasn't as loud as you think, because it didn't like hit the floor and nothing got mangled really.
it had the safety racks on the squat rack, right?
Yeah. So like you had the safety, you had the rack you unracking in, and then you had like the bars, like
Yeah, the two bars to trail
yep,
across. Yeah,
that's what it was. And they were thicker bars. They weren't like the skinny poles. They were like the thicker bars.
they were the oh shit bars.
Yeah, they were those shit bars, and then they had like a plastic coating like piece on top of it, so it kind of wasn't too bad. And there wasn't like I didn't really get embarrassed back then too easy. I get more embarrassed now probably, but like I didn't give a shit then. I was like Mr. Joe Cool or whatever the hell.
Smoke
But
a cigarette when you're going to squat.
yeah, I probably would have
Yeah.
if somebody gave me the idea. I probably would have, just because I thought it was cool. But yes, so I got smoked pretty good on that. That was probably like the second time, and then the third time I've ever gotten actually buried on a squat, or like where I didn't come up, was at Two Pillars where I lift now. I had like some sort of specialty bar. It was either a safety bar that has like the pad and the handles, and it comes out like this, and then it comes down another level, and then the weights sit here, Or there's another goofy bar that was even goofier. I know your head's spinning. What's called a cambered bar, which is it's a goofy squat bar. It was one of those two bars, and I was I jumped like 50 pounds on a weight that like I shouldn't have jumped, and I failed it. I got down and I just didn't come back up, and they had to like help me get back up, and it sucked.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely a kick to the ego. It's like,
Yeah, that's what happens, man. You take those risks. You're like, hey, I can make a 50-pound jump, and you're not really sure, but you're like, fuck it, I'm sending it, and it sends you.
yeah, yeah, I know,
You
you're
know?
not wrong. Or
So
you get stuck.
yeah, that's pretty much it. So
But you got to try it. But
yeah,
it's like I never got into the big heavy lifting. Like I liked lifting, I
Yeah.
did, but not to the point where I wanted to keep getting. Mostly because I drank a lot and I was
yeah,
more worried about drinking. But like I would do the same thing. I'd be like, yeah, I got to throw 20 more pounds on. Yeah, I got to lift another 30. Yeah, and it's like, nah, I failed.
yeah.
You suck.
So cool.
But I get it.
It's almost 2:30 already, man.
When did we start?
We had technical issues.
Yeah.
That-
We did.
well past 12:30, I'd say that.
I'm definitely not the most tech savvy. It took me a good while to figure out how to get our lovely
I mean, if it were
camera.
up to me, I'd take the laptop and be like, does it work now? And like, did you try plugging it in and unplugging
Turn it on and back off
and
again.
then I'd smash against the wall or whatever.
Honestly,
I probably would have told you, go home, man. We can't do the podcast
yeah,
today.
fuck you. Get out of here. Whatever. But I did turn it off and back on again, and it worked.
There you go. See?
That after everything I tried, that's what fixed it.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, wish we could do that to the USA sometimes. Shut it off, turn it back on.
Yeah, I wish I could do that to my brain sometimes too. You know.
I did.
Well, yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I don't think it helped.
They have all kinds of stuff out there now, man. They have like Johnny Knoxville, I think, did it. It was like this something with your brain. You get like some sort of treatment, and it's like, I don't know if it's like electrodes or something. I don't know. It's a little,
I'd say it's probably some kind of like
shockwave-ish type of
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It's all your brain is a bunch of electrical
Mhm.
connections.
He said it made
firing.
him worse, but some people it helps. So
Hey, I tried the hard reset and I was in a coma for 3 weeks. It did not help.
yeah,
No.
probably made you funnier.
Yeah. It makes me careless. I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
It's easier to make fun of myself.
yeah. So good stuff, man.
Yeah, this was a long one. But so as I always say at the end of these, like, follow, share. You know, we got Mike Scott here now. If you're friends with him.
Oh, yeah, outs
Now
me.
you definitely got to follow.
Now-
And
now
maybe I'll
you
get
outs me.
popular.
You got my name now. Yeah.
Popular by adjacent.
And for the record, not for anything, because I did make a Facebook post saying, "Hey, would anybody listen if I made a podcast?"
yes.
This isn't my podcast, okay? So don't just because I'm associated with it don't think that this is mine because this is his.
He's sitting
okay?
on the far side. I got the pink mic. This is me.
No, yeah, not for anything, but I want people thinking like, "Oh, Mike, I saw your pod." It's not mine. This is his.
That's
okay?
fair. I appreciate you saying that. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that, but yeah,
Yeah.
I could see how people.
Not
would...
that I have like the abundance of followers and people who really give a
Oh,
shit.
I don't.
But just for the record, this isn't mine, okay? This is his, and mine might be even more of a dumpster fire if you ever watch it. Just so you know,
I
Yeah,
wear
with those,
these.
with those glasses.
This
I feel
is
like you're
mine.
going. I feel like you belong in the Olympics, doing the like some sort of snow event. Yeah.
Well, if you look, you can kind of see pit vipers in the little shadow there.
Oh,
yeah. It's part of the
I see
thing.
your gauges and hairy face a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see it right there. It says viper. But yeah, I mean, I got the hard hat over there. Put the unicorn mask on.
No,
really give the
no.
people a treat.
That no. Maybe next time I'll put the hard hat on. We'll start with the. I'm definitely not putting that thing on.
That thing is a treat. But yeah, like I said, follow, like, share, follow. The only way people figure out what's going on is if other people share, because I'm very lazy with my marketing strategies. But if he does kick up his own podcast, you know, you're definitely. I'll have to get the name. I'll share it out.
Yeah,
Help
and
him
I'll
boot
have you
something
on.
up.
I'll have you on. Maybe I'll get some GD people on there. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Has to be interesting. A lot of people don't like to talk. I like to talk. That's one of the reasons why.
Yeah, I could talk, and it doesn't even have to be interesting. It could be a boring subject, and we can make it interesting.
I like the platform to talk without being interrupted and getting the full thought out and then moving on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not hard. Like me and my buddy, Howdy, as we call him.
Yeah.
We talked about, is a hot dog a sandwich?
That's a common topic.
Right, but I think people actually found that funny. I think.
Well, it's a legit thing because some people think it is, some people don't.
Now,
Very simple.
I mentioned that to someone yesterday because I was talking about the podcast, and they said no, a hot dog is technically a taco. I was like,
oh, don't get me on that.
What?
Don't get me on that.
They said something about 3 openings. I don't know.
No, hot dog's a hot dog, a sandwich
But
is a
it made me think, and it's like, holy shit, it might be a taco. But anyway, so we're done for the day. But yeah, Swam Howdy Podcast. Like, share, follow. It'll be on Facebook, YouTube, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I'm done.
Adios.
Oh, yeah, Bad Bunny. Que pasa?